Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this beautiful lapel notched collar jacket with very easy steps. If you love to watch more sewing and pattern drafting videos, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out when I post a new video. I post new videos every single week. A notched jacket is just a modification of a bodice block pattern. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to easily transform your basic bodice block into a beautiful notched jacket with lapel. This is a very easy tutorial. So as you can see, I have left a few inches on the sides and on top there. And in the rectangular box, I'm going to trace my basic bodice block. For those of you that don't know how to draft your own bodice block pattern, I'll link it in the description box. It's very important to know how to draft your bodice block, because with a bodice block you can transform and make any pattern that you can think of. So what I'm going to do is, in this rectangular box, I'm going to trace my bodice block pattern and then we'll start making the jacket. So I've just traced my front bodice block pattern. As you can see, this is my front bodice block, and I have left a few inches on the top and on the sides in order to transform it and make it into the notched jacket. So to start transforming the notched jacket, I'm going to determine where I want my breakpoint to be, or where the lapel collar is going to start from. So these sides will be for the lapel and the notch, then the upper part will be for the collar. So I have my bust line, my under bust, and my waistline. I want my breakpoint to start from my waistline. So I'm going to go on my waistline, half an inch above my waistline, 1 inch above my waistline with my measuring tape. Then I'll go on the outside by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect, as you can see. Then after drafting there, I'll connect these points to my neck width up there. I'll use my ruler to connect it to my neck width, that point to that point. I'll just get my straight ruler and connect. Then the next thing that I'm going to do after connecting, I'll go on the neck depth. I'll come outwards by 3 inches on the neck depth. So add seam allowance, then connect. Then I'm going to connect these points down to form my lapel. I'll use my straight ruler. Then next, I am going to put my collar. So to put the collar, we're going to use the back neckline of the bodice. Remember I said this is just a modification of the bodice. Get the back neckline on your bodice block, whatever measurement is there, put it up there. In my case, mine is 3.5 inches. I'll put it up there. Then I'm going to connect, and then I'm going to determine how wide I want my collar to be. So I'll put my collar width here. Then note that this is just the first step of the collar. We are not done with the collar yet. When cutting, there is another technique, so make sure you watch up to the end. This is not the end. So next we're going to notch the jacket, and this is the easy technique you do to notch. Just go inwards by 1.5 inches here. Then after going inwards by 1.5 inches, this is 1.5 inches, I'm going to go upwards by 1/2 inch. Then after going upwards by 1/2 inch, I'll connect this 1/2 inch to my 1.5 inch diagonally. I'll connect these points like this. So I'm just notching my collar. Then I'll connect this point to my collar depth. I'll just use my ruler to connect the 2 points and form, that's the notch. That is how you make the knot jackets. Then I'm going to connect these points with my ruler or just with my free hand up there. So this is my collar. And I'm going to cut it out because this is just phase 1. We're not done with the collar yet. And when sewing, you're going to see the easy technique. So this is my notch. I'm just going to cut out my collar, separate my collar from the lapel. So I'm going to cut this out with my sharp scissors and cut out the other part of the jacket. So I'm just going to cut out. If you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more sewing and pattern drafting videos. So I'm just going to cut this out. Then on the notch, I need to be very careful. So I've just finished cutting my collar, separating my collar from the main jacket. So this will be the lapel. As you can see, that it looks so nice. And this is going to be my collar. And also I'm going to draft my back bodice onto another fabric. Remember I said this jacket is a modification of a bodice block. So I also drafted the back side of the bodice onto another fabric. So this is my back side. This is the back side of the jacket, and I have the front side of the jacket. And also remember I said the collar is not yet done. So after cutting out this collar piece, it's going to help me to make the main collar. So this is what I'm going to do to make the collar. I'm going to get another fabric that I'm going to fold in the middle like I have done. Then I'll trace this onto the other fabric. Remember there's a folded part there because I want to make the collar both for the right and left side for the whole neckline. So I'm going to trace this on the folded fabric. And also I added seam allowance when tracing this. I'm going to add seam allowance, then I'm going to cut it out. So I've just finished cutting out my full collar, as you can see. So this is the full collar that I'm going to use. This is just one piece. I'll cut another one so that it can be doubled. So I'm going to cut out another exact piece like this one. I'll just trace this on another paper, on another fabric. This time I'm not folding the fabric, I just want to have two. So I'm going to trace it right on another fabric so that I have two, because after the other one will act as my lining, interlining. So I'm going to trace it out. So I have two. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place one piece on top of the other, then I'm going to sew it around this side and give it a press, then attach it to my collar. But first I need to sew the sleeves to the jacket before I attach this to the collar. So to sew the sleeves, as you can see, I have sewn my sleeve this side and the other side. I'm going to connect my sleeve to the main jacket. Then after connecting the sleeve to the main jacket, that is when I'm going to connect my collar. So for the sleeve, detailed sleeve pattern, those of you that want a detailed sleeve pattern of how I was cutting and sewing, I'll link it in the description down below, so make sure you check it out. So I've just sewn and attached my sleeve to the main jacket. Then next I'm going to sew this collar on the collar line. Remember, it has a notch, it's going to reach on the notch also. So I've just attached my collar on my jacket. Then the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lining in the jacket. So my lining, this is the lining I'm using. I'm just going to put it in the jacket. The lining is exactly as the jacket. So I'm going to sew the lining into the jacket, and I'm going to show you how beautiful it looks once I am done. So just cut the same pieces of the jacket as the lining.